All right. Welcome back, everybody. My name's Austin.
My name is Aaron.
And Bitcoin just surpassed 10K. Bitcoin is pumping, cryptocurrency is pumping, and here in Los Angeles, in the United States of America, we're in curfew. We are in mandatory curfew as riots and protests take place all across the United States. But either way, let's talk. You are our only form of outside interaction, so grab a drink. We have sparkling water tonight.
It is a jubilant day, my friends. It's internet money, bitch. Let's celebrate the fact that we are all hodlers. Let's talk about what's going on in cryptocurrency today, and also talk about what Trump just said. It comes with a lot of history, I'd say. So, a lot to go over, I'd say. Do we want to start with the price or the Trump stuff?
Let's check the chat, find out where you're tuning in from, how you're doing, what your thought is on Bitcoin and crypto, and let me share my screen.
Yeah, do it. People are, somebody says riots are a bullish sign.
You know, it's crazy. I don't think, or me personally, I don't wish that the hypothetical ship would go down and sink, but it's nice to know that the lifeboats are available.
So what happened with this price thing? What the hell happened?
This is the 15-minute chart. One 15-minute candle was the primary mover of this Bitcoin price. This is what passed us above $10,000. And it looks like, although it's too early to tell, we're stabilizing right around the 10,180 range. So
this deserves a drink.
What are you guys drinking in the comment section?
I'm drinking a nice Pamplemousse LaCroix water.
Wow. LA changed him. Were you drinking that in Ohio, buddy?
I was not.
But I mean, what is more to say?
Guys, we are good. Everybody's asking, hey, you're live. Hey, you good? We're great.
I mean, there's literally the last 2 nights, there's literally been riots and sort of police fighting.
There has been protests
15 minutes away from us.
Riots, looting, 15 minutes away from us in different pockets in all of Los Angeles. It has not affected us, just gotta,
I mean, it is mandatory curfew. So Newsom, our governor, is doing everything he can. If we check out the crypto market in general, Bitcoin pumped 7%, which altcoins pumped. I mean, Bitcoin is leading the pack, except for crypto.com, 11%, and Neo, interesting. But really, Bitcoin's the main mover today. So what's the chat think?
The chat is excited about what's going on. Somebody's asking, is Decred a good buy? Let's plug the video that I did today. Austin, did you watch the concise 10-minute video that I put out today?
I did. I liked it. And honestly, I wish I wanted more information on Decred.
Oh, so what do you think about my number one altcoin pick for June of 2020 and everything that was in that video?
I mean, I appreciate.
What did you think of the overall sentiment?
I appreciate that being put on my radar. It's very interesting that if you guys watch this video, it's interesting that the listing person there at Coinbase, is that right? That's what he's most bullish on. Decred.
That's his little moonshot. But my overall sentiment that, I think the cryptocurrency market is going to get smarter. And while in 2017, every coin pumped with a marketing team, maybe people in this cycle will realize that, well, not everything needs a blockchain. Everybody's looking for that killer dApp. What if the killer dApp is money? And if money is the killer dApp, would it be good in the future if we had, if Bitcoin fails, do we need another decentralized coin? Maybe it's not going to be as decentralized. It's going to be very different. But what if people speculate heavily on money type altcoins in this next cycle?
We have 1,000 plus people watching. I want to talk about literally an hour before Bitcoin pumped.
Trump's big announcement, yeah.
The president of the United States, in dealing with these riots, these mandatory curfews, he made a 7-minute announcement and walked off. He took no questions. If you're in the US, I think you saw this, but he basically announced to the country that if these riots and these lootings and this brutality on both sides don't stop, he will send in military force and he will stop it.
That was his announcement. If these riots don't stop, Trump is going to stop it, and he will use military force to stop these riots. That was his announcement. That's the big deal.
It's crazy.
Well, what does the chat think about this? Should Trump be using military force to stop the riots? And I guess the riots, destruction of property in Los Angeles, a lot of people spray painting, a lot of peaceful protesters, but a lot of people spray painting and some people looting. Should Trump be sending military action in to deal with this?
I mean, he basically called the violent protesters acts of domestic terror, and he says he will send in military if they aren't controlled. An hour after he made this announcement, Bitcoin pumped. Correlation?
Definitely a coincidence, but just a coincidence. So I'm seeing, some people in the chat saying, Trump is the best, Trump sucks, martial law, hell no. A lot of divided issues on whether Trump should use military enforcement in these people who are protesting. Most of the protesters are peaceful, and generally the protesters are standing up for things like Black Lives Matter, or it's the shooting of that one guy, that black guy, or not the shooting, the killing of that one black guy. And just the overall George, and just the overall civil liberties in this country.
I think George.
I'd like to give my opinion, chat, if you guys are interested. If you want to bring up that Kent State thing.
I do want to just give a big announcement. Bitcoin again just surpassed 10,200. We have now a $10,200 Bitcoin, and we have about 200 likes on the chat. The minute those likes get above 300, we're going to Aaron's article, because we pulled a couple articles for you guys.
Well, I wanted to go there now. Do we need to wait for 300? I bet the chat could get those likes up in 1 second if they wanted.
I'm sorry, you got to lead the Dan Held interview. I'm leading this live stream. Stay with me.
Guys, that was a good interview, huh? With Dan Held, the Bitcoiner Dan Held. Can't wait till his channel starts producing regular content.
I hope he does. I want to get Pomp on.
Pomp would be cool.
I hope he would do it. I think he would. He's been on the channel before.
Okay. Yeah, we're going to get to 300 likes before we get to the next article. I would say, guys, like if you're feeling, it feels good to hodl when Bitcoin's 10,000. It's going to feel great when Bitcoin's at 20,000. I can imagine when Bitcoin gets to a price point of 30,000 or 40,000 and it spends a lot of time at 30 or 40,000. I bet it's going to be hard to hodl then, because you're going to be up. Probably the media will start creating FUD. Well, Bitcoin pumped for the year. It's only going down.
Is this what you wanted?
Yeah, this is what I wanted.
Let's get some perspective on the U.S. government turning weapons against its own civilians. That has rarely happened before.
Yeah, it does. So this is what Trump is proposing. The U.S. military on U.S. citizens. We're from Ohio, and I'm sure if anybody knows the history of the Kent State shooting, there's that Cosby, Stills, Nash, and Young song called Ohio about that, where basically the protesters of the Vietnam War students, military was sent to the Kent State campus, and the military opened fire on the students and killed 4 of them.
And this was significant because it was the first time that the U.S. turned, it wasn't rubber bullets, it wasn't tear gas like we've been seeing in these last few days, it was bullets against their own Americans, students.
So, and this was obviously regarded in retrospect as a bad thing for the president at that time and for the government to do in 1970. Can you imagine? I mean, here's the thing. Nobody wants people looting. Nobody wants people committing vandalism. But should the president step in with military force, I can only imagine, Trump sending the U.S. military to a bunch of, this is how it would read in the media, in the PR. Trump military standing with AK-47s, assault rifles against a bunch of black people and people of color, and then Trump just opens fire on them.
I laugh.
That would not be good.
To keep from crying.
How ridiculous that is. Yeah.
Yeah. It's really not funny, but just the idea that we're at this point in sort of the world stage, I laugh to keep from crying. We are right now still at 10,200. Let's check the chat, read some random comments, and then we'll talk about traditional markets.
Some people are in the chat are saying, hey, say his name. Say his name. It's George. What is it?
We got to look it up now. It's
Hey, we're allies. George Floyd. That's it.
Yes. You sure?
Yep. Well, I mean, that was the suggested search.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'm sure. George Floyd.
Okay.
That was a tragic, awful death. But I don't think military is the answer. Military use. Anyway, let's go. 1,300 people watching, over 410 likes. Trigger Mac in the chat says the next at least 4-hour close and the next daily close to me will tell me this isn't a bull trap. Exactly. If we can close on a daily scale above $10,000, that would surely be bullish.
I think Trigger Mac was reading our tweet in the broad aspect.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody here follows us on Twitter, right? You can follow us, link in the description. If we can even stay, if you want to go to like the month or the week chart, if Bitcoin could even just stay above, because we just started a new month, if we could even just stay above 9,000 for the next month, we would still be over the top of the descending triangle. I think just staying, closing over 9,000 in the next month would be a bullish sign too.
We're out of this triangle.
I know. I'm just saying we've got to close on a monthly scale above it. That's what I'm waiting for. So you're in the weekly right now.
Should we do another question or should we go to traditional markets?
Well, we have a super chat, so let's do the super chat real quick, and then we'll get to the traditional markets. Okay, so Daniel Aid says, while it's safer to keep Bitcoin off exchanges, how do I effectively get it back on the exchange when the speed slows so much during large pumps to sell? I mean, there's no way to necessarily speed that up.
There is no, good answer because it truly just depends on how many people are trying to exit or enter at the same time. I guess 2 pro tips would be dollar cost average out. If this was back in 2017 with this massive bull run, it would have been very hard to find the all-time high. But if you cashed out 20% here, 20% here, and then, you waited, you missed it, and then another 20% here.
I would actually say an alternate thing. It's just another strategy. Wait until we have maybe a confirmed top and we see a series of lower lows, then sell on the highs. So maybe sell here.
Like the first confirmation.
Yeah, sell here and here. And so that's better than selling here, obviously. But, it's all up to you what you want to do. But like as far as making a Bitcoin transaction go faster to an exchange, there is no way to speed that up. So hopefully when you're ready to sell, it's not, I got to sell in the next hour or the next 10 minutes. Hopefully it's like, I want to sell in the next day or whatever that means.
Also, I will say in terms of cryptocurrency in general, I do want to give you a good answer because we do favor super chats, that if it's not Bitcoin and if you're just going after cryptocurrency in general, these high cap coins, Bitcoin especially, have way more liquidity than any of these mid cap or low cap coins. For perspective,
actually Bitcoin has way more than everything else.
Yeah, exactly. Bitcoin compared to traditional markets.
I mean, just look at the market cap. Bitcoin's market cap is 186 billion. Ethereum is the second best, less than 30, and then 9.8. It's just Bitcoin actively has a way bigger network effect and liquidity than everything else on CoinMarketCap.
And I wish they listed liquidity, but I mentioned this in the Hashoshi interview real quick. But if your low cap coin, engine coin, it's probably, if you're really low cap coin pumps 100x and you have no way to cash it out because there's no liquidity anywhere because so many people are trying to cash out, is it really worth that 100x value? Not really. If you can't sell it anywhere, the high cap coins have way more liquidity, so it will be way easier for an exit strategy.
Somebody says, how do you not know his name? Do you live in a cave? Like, hey buddy, we're allies here. We're talking about it. Let's get this conversation going.
Show them the pictures of you last night protesting.
No.
Okay.
It's your computer.
Yeah, that's true. It is my computer. Let's talk about the S&P. I want to pose a question to you out there in the chat, and Aaron, to you, since you're the first one that can respond. Is it a little weird, and this is not a trick question, I'm honestly asking, is it a little weird that businesses before this, due to the pandemic, were closed all across the USA? There's curfews because people are boarding up their shops, breaking glass, breaking windows because of these protests. Is it weird to you that Monday morning, the S&P had a great gaining day. It's a little weird.
It actually has been going up for the last month as well.
It's like this doesn't, I mean, I don't know what makes sense anymore, because I would expect a dip since there's clearly no purchasing power right now. I want to prepare everybody that we easily could see that. I feel like I've been saying that for a long time, but these markets are truly topsy-turvy. I liked this. Hey, this is me. The entire world's working class citizens. Wow, the world seems to be burning. That's us. Wall Street. This is fine. We'll keep buying. Chat, what do you think?
They say martial law is scary. They say Bitcoin will be gold. Bitcoin cool. Let's talk Cardano. Will Shelley be a success this time? How high will ADA go? I'll give my opinion on that. The fact that Cardano is launching Shelley is great, but in my opinion, there will be no great demand for ADA tokens until retail gets back in looking to speculate on the next big thing. Even if Cardano has such great tech, there's going to be no demand. There's going to be a lot of supply of ADA, but there's not going to be any kind of demand.
Well, when?
Until
when are you saying retail will get back in?
You know, we got to see.
Because if it's 5 years from now, maybe the tech will be there.
If people knew when that would happen, we'd all be rich. But, you know, we have to see a trend change on the price chart, or probably after Bitcoin gets to all-time highs, because then after that, everybody will be in profit. Everybody will be talking about it. The media will be talking about Bitcoin. Retail will buy Bitcoin. And then also not understanding the difference, they'll be speculating on altcoins.
I saw so many tweets because of these last little pumps for damn. It's okay. We got it. I saw so many tweets for Ethereum in this last week or this weekend, because crypto was pumping, that, hey, by end of the year or next run up, Ethereum will hit 10K. Like when Bitcoin hits 50K, like a 5X, Ethereum will like 10X, or sorry, more than 10X, many X at 10K. I would say that crypto Twitter is second most bullish on Ethereum.
Definitely. Ethereum has, like, that's, in my opinion, I'm not buying altcoins right now, but I think Ethereum is like the safest altcoin, because whether it has fundamental value or not, it's very clear that there's a lot of building going on around it, and it's a lot of hype going into this next cycle, and people are interested in speculating. Thinking Crypto in the chat, he says, hodl Bitcoin, guys.
Nice.
I love it. Somebody wants to know, Austin, do you own Chainlink?
I do not own any Chainlink. It's on my radar. I almost feel like like I'd be shunned from like cryptocurrency for not owning everybody's secret pumper in the next cycle. But if I were to look at if I were to purchase an altcoin, Chainlink's already, it's like top 15 or something like that. But this one, the difference with Chainlink and, for example, Cardano and Litecoin and XRP, it has way less sell pressure for XRP in the next run. XRP, the majority
has sell pressure.
I'm saying Chainlink has way less sell pressure
because it's newer.
Exactly, because nobody bought at the top Chainlink, but everybody's trying to sell, Litecoin at the top just to make their money back. Some people. Chainlink, no sell pressure.
1,488 people watching. Guys, if you're into this live stream and you want us to continue, everybody take 2 seconds, hit the like button. It's internet money, bitch. Cool hat, right? Guys, sometimes I get a lot of flack from the crypto community. Even like most people enjoy our videos and are like down to just check in. Some people go, I can't believe you're not into every single altcoin that I like. I can't believe you're not into, you're not actively filling your bags with altcoins. And take that. Just know when I get bullish and start buying altcoins again, I probably won't be the first, but that'll be a definite sign of the times, because I'm not going to get bullish on alts until I see that trend change. And I don't mind being late to the party. So
let me ask you this.
I hope you appreciate somebody who doesn't, I'm not, calling for moonshots on everything, just Bitcoin, and I'm playing it conservative. And I hope you guys appreciate that.
If instead of like at the bottom, the local lows, you bought altcoins around here, and then the market did something similar to what we've seen in years past, I don't think anybody would be that pissed. I think that's honestly the safer bet, because if the S&P drops by 30% in the next month, wow, holding Bitcoin would have been a great choice.
Yeah.
This is what I want to do. Right now, we have 1,400 people watching, 600 likes. The minute those likes get 100 more to 750, we'll keep going. We have a few articles to show you, but let's get those likes to 750.
Exactly. Trigger Mac agrees with you. He's in the chat. He goes, don't say or do anything till people exit the chat and then hit the like. Oh, I see what he's doing. He wants people to like leave and then come back and hit the like. I don't know. I think, just hit the like. That's
Trigger Mac. Let's not complicate things, man. Let's keep it nice and loosey goosey.
We do have a super chat on an alt.
Okay. We'll do that as we wait for 750.
Okay. $5 from James says, what do you guys think of that this past week specifically? So I don't know.
Let's check it out.
Yeah, we'll go to that. Did the super chat. We'll go check it out.
Up 6%.
It's up with the rest of the market, right?
Ooh, up 7%. That's right. This past week.
But like zoom out so we can get a sense of, okay, so it's up for the week.
I mean, it seems to have risen.
Go to all time, go to all time. Okay. I'm going to give you my honest thoughts, just based on price. What you are seeing here, this is the all-time chart for VET, is a series of lower highs and lower lows. So just because it pumped for the last week or the last month doesn't mean we've seen any higher high. And in reality, we'll probably continue seeing this trend down. So that's what I'm talking about, a trend change. Right now, the trend for this is down. Now, if you believe in this fundamentally, that's you, and maybe you don't care. But for me, I'll wait for a trend change.
I think maybe what this guy was alluding to, there was some sort of like announcement. I pulled it up on my phone, VeChain to develop drug tracing platform for pharma giant Bayer. So there was.
VeChain is the king of making partnerships, but I mean
and that was 4 days ago.
You need retail to get back in before partnerships for these altcoins mean anything. When retail is back in and then a partnership is announced, coins will pump like no other. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's cool. And I think it's awesome in terms of an investment. It didn't cause me to FOMO in. But hey, working with Bayer is better than not working with Bayer. So, we're keeping tabs.
A lot of people are into Cardano in this one particular live stream today. Interesting. I guess Only Say Go has had some news recently. People are mentioning that. That's true.
Well, we're going to the 15-minute chart until those likes get to 750.
Well, we're almost there. We're basically at 750.
I am a real stickler. Real stickler.
Okay. Somebody super googly tweeted 38 Hong Kong dollars. I think that's probably around $5. Few bucks. I know XRP is a pump and dump coin, but is it worth having a small position in? Same answer. We need to wait for that trend change. XRP is trending down.
But in general, if he wants to buy on the dump and sell on the pump, XRP is like one of the worst performing cryptos of the last 2 years, maybe 3 years.
Go to the price chart. I love Dogecoin too.
Doge is Doge. But yes,
look at this giant trend down, my friend. I mean, why not just wait for a trend change? The good thing about XRP and Ripple is Ripple has millions and millions and millions of dollars to spend on marketing. So why not wait until I bet XRP, pumps eventually, but come on, it's trending down. Let's wait for a trend change.
And again, the XRP has way more liquidity than many other cryptocurrencies. And that's a positive. It has way more sell pressure up here since every white dude and their best friend, or any dude, but that's a Theo Vaughn joke, bought at all-time highs back in 2017.
Theo Vaughn's joke is that every 20-something white dude bought Bitcoin in the run-up in 2017 and are now down.
Look at that clip. That's a funny clip. If you guys haven't seen it. But yeah, it has liquidity. It is an oscillator. So Bitcoin, 20x's, this would probably do even better. It oscillates. But your call.
Some people are, I think mad that we're not bullish on all these altcoins, but you can't deny that the price is trending down. So why not just wait for the trend change?
No. For the last 2 weeks plus, Ethereum in the last 2 weeks is doing better than Bitcoin. in like the last week.
I was just talking about the greater price is.
Yeah, I guess me and Aaron were more long-term hodlers, and I guess maybe what would sort of excite me, again, when we see retail in, we've said that before, but if Ethereum can pass some of these local highs, because if not, it's just a series of lower lows for these altcoins. And long-term also, nobody is working in the United States. The supply chain is sort of messed up around the globe. It would make sense for this to go lower, but
DMAR says, don't buy Bitcoin until it changes trend. And I would say that like Bitcoin, I believe has gone through a trend change, but like, I actually think like Bitcoin has definite fundamental value. So I think Bitcoin is a great buy because I think Bitcoin's the only one guaranteed to be here in 10 years from now.
Hey, we got the likes above it, 750. Appreciate you. Right now the Bitcoin price is 10,170. Hopefully we're forming a nice little support, but let's get to some news. Do you see this? Aaron, you want to?
John McAfee calls his own $1 million Bitcoin price prediction nonsense. So he says, John McAfee dismissed his earlier prediction of future Bitcoin price, telling people to wake up.
Calling us idiots, essentially.
So he says, if Bitcoin ever hit $1 million, its market cap would be greater than the GDP of the entire North American continent. Wake up. It's just funny that he now says the opposite.
Yeah, he's basically calling us all idiots for wanting to believe that he had any sort of insight.
He called it nonsense, absurd, and told people to wake up. So,
Chat, let me know what you think. Next piece of news. And by the way, if you want the condensed news, guys, video dropped 2 hours ago.
Yeah, in that video, not only do I talk about Decred and about how the Coinbase guy listing said that was a secret moonshot, but also a famous multi-Grammy winning celebrity producer is now into Bitcoin and Ethereum. So that's definitely check out that video. My number one altcoin pick in June 2020. That's a good video to watch.
If you're listening right now from New York, please confirm this or deny it. But Times Square billboard calls for the release of the Silk Road founder, Ross Ulbricht. I wish they would show us the real picture. This was on Times Square.
Yeah. So
who paid for that?
The Ross Foundation, like his parents and the money they're raising.
Okay, cool.
So Ross is in jail for life for Silk Road.
Selling drugs, using Bitcoin.
And really, he is guilty of calling for a murder, putting a hit out on an individual who turned out not to be real. He was like a sting operation, and he said, "Oh, I want this guy dead or something." You have to look up the exact details. So he is kind of guilty of that. But should his punishment be 3 lifetime sentences or whatever he got? Probably not.
It would endear me to Trump if this guy got a pardon. I think that would endear the crypto community in general, to any president.
By the way, we had a super chat from Will XRP. Says, Austin and Aaron are XRP whales.
We're no whales of anything. We are hodlers and accumulators.
Yeah, we're just normal guys, right? That's, if cryptocurrency is for the everyman, surely we can figure it out. And our channel is for the everyman as well. So make sure you're subscribed.
And
1,500 people watching, over 800 likes.
I love it.
And we had some 50 down likes. That's not.
Ooh.
50 people weren't into it.
Hey, we've been going for about 30 minutes.
Go another 10 minutes.
Another 10 to 15 minutes, and then we'll call it.
Go to the pinned tweet on our Twitter. We can talk about that.
Did you see this?
This is pretty cool. In the last couple of months, our channel has averaged, and this is all public information on Social Blade.
And this is all thanks to you. This is all thanks to you.
Yeah, exactly. And the point is that people are still interested, but 35 to 55,000 views per day, 1.1 to 1.5 million views per month, close to 500,000 unique views per month, and 10 to 15,000 new subscribers every month. The point is, I know it doesn't feel like it, but we're making progress.
What do you guys think about that in the chat? All right, Bitcoin price.
Hey, Crypto's in the chat. Hello, lovely people in Altcoin Daily. What's up, Crypto?
What's up, man? Let us know what you think of these Bitcoin movements. I bet you're bullish, like us.
Hey, Dan says, super chat, what's your opinion on Ethereum? Will outperform BTC?
I basically said that. Dan, you must have just joined. No worries, I respect it. But crypto Twitter is super bullish on Ethereum in this next cycle.
Well, there's a lot of building going on in Ethereum.
100%. And eventually, when we see a trend, like when we see retail come in, I bet if Bitcoin 10x's, if it does, Ethereum will outperform that in the short term. It is known as an oscillator. It does have a ton of hype because of DeFi. So if maybe a 10x isn't good for you,
yeah,
and you want more, then Ethereum might be the choice. But you'll have to know when to get out, when to get in.
If I was buying any alts right now, it would definitely be Ethereum. And regardless whether Ethereum is going to stand the test of time, I definitely think we'll see it get heavily speculated on in this next bull run. In fact, probably just my thoughts now. I told you that I think cryptocurrencies, not utility tokens, cryptocurrency, coins going after the market of money, I think those will get speculated on. But I could also see, DeFi getting speculated on too, which does mean some utility coins. But it's just interesting. The name of the game is to get Bitcoin, right?
Yes, that is the name of my game. Many people are, yeah, somebody said 999 target, 9999 target. So a ton of people are calling for a $10,000 Ethereum. Very possible. Sustainable? I don't know about that, but anything in crypto is possible. 10,160.
Yeah, everybody look in the chat. We'll be taking a few questions. 1,500 people watching, 870 likes. Appreciate you guys. www.bitcoinandblackamerica.com. Somebody says.
Oh, yeah. That was in my video. Hey, I am going to go get a water. Anybody out there, if you want a water, let me know. You must hit the like, but let me know. Water, Aaron, it's all you.
I'm good. Okay, I like what Hans says. Hans says, never forget that dApps are apps which can't be shut down by third parties. Many ICOs were trying to convince the world that the future would be in dApps, while is true, I believe, but they couldn't even get the definition straight. So, I mean, the thing is, dApps, we have not seen a successful dApp yet.
CryptoKitties.
And
people used it.
Yeah, okay.
It wasn't scalable.
Wasn't really successful because nobody really cares about it right now. But, these dApps weren't decentralized when they launched. The goal was to get decentralized, but unfortunately things happen,
Where will Bitcoin be by the time we finish this stream?
I would like to see us stay. Well, where did it start?
I mean, it pumped up, 15 minutes? Yeah, I mean, when we got on the stream, it was at 10,200. Now we're finding a nice little level around here. These moving averages are rising.
It really, once it broke above the last local high at 9,700, that's really when we saw the pump happen. So I would like it to stay above 9,700. Anything above 9,700 would be good, in my opinion. If we can close above 9,700 on a daily, that'd be great. I'd say if we can stay above 9,000 this month, that'd be great.
I love it.
Because the month just started. And we have, broken out of this triangle, but we really need to spend some time above the triangle.
That's true.
Hey, got some super chats. Super Google Lee, 38 Hong Kong dollars, which again, is just a few bucks, but still appreciate it. I have ETH bought in March, just enough to stack now at 2x plus. Should I keep them for stacking or sell them when it moons this cycle?
That seems like it would be financial advice. And we are not financial advisors. This is just a fun hangout.
That's the kind of question that really depends on your personal situation. So I wish we could help you, man, but that's something you need to figure out.
That's the fun.
Okay, Dark Yoshi says, your opinion on crypto and ZIL domains, .crypto and .zil.
It's supposed to be unblockable, what is it? Uncensorable domains.
The ZIL, I guess. I've never heard of .crypto.
Yeah, they announced it like 6 months ago. It's part of the same thing on the ZIL blockchain, Zilliqa. In my opinion, I question whether, much like all these other DeFi things, I think it's exciting that they're experimenting. I question if those developers were hauled into a room by the US government. Is it decentralized? Let's just say it is. All those questions, it's really hard to find the answer, and it's just how skeptical do you want to be. But it doesn't really excite me. Like, did I grab my own name or did I grab Altcoin Daily? I didn't, because like nobody, the 0.001% of people in the world that are in crypto right now aren't grabbing their own name. So to me, it's just, there's no sense of urgency for me. So while I think it's cool, I'm not, excited enough to think like, oh, I better grab DonaldTrump.zil and, altcoindaily.crypto, just because there's so few people in crypto. Well, everybody's grabbing all the good ones. So will it really reach mass adoption if by the time retail comes in, everybody has to just go with, Altcoin Daily 001? Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get it. I think DonaldTrump.zil is something we should try and get. Maxwell says, Austin, send Coinbase wallet address and I'll send you a crypto kitty. And then we got a super chat from Ray Santos, crypto, saying, I make crypto videos too, diversify and hodl. Ray Santos. Hey. This guy makes videos. Love it.
Check out Ray Santos. I used to put my Coinbase wallet in the description, but then after that Christmas purge, I took it out and never put it back in. But I will put it back in the description of my next video.
Hans,
or maybe it's in there.
Says, who's been saying a lot of stuff. He says the whole world thinks blockchain is a world computer. It's just a big mistake, as thinking keyboard is a computer. In theory, it's correct. In reality, it's damn stupid.
Interesting.
Okay, we'll go another 2 minutes. This probably will be the most interesting part of the video coming up, because we're going to finish strong. What do you think, Austin?
I'd say 2 to 3. Final 2 to 3 minutes. We'll spend talking to the chat and checking out the Bitcoin price.
Oh, we got a $10 super chat. Appreciate you, Mahar. He says, do you think the next stimulus payment would help the markets and they will likely use the money in crypto? Thoughts? That's wishful thinking.
I think like people have even less money and are more, less work than they did when we got those stimulus checks, over a month ago. I forget the exact date, but the stock market is not doing great. Regular people probably need that money even more.
I think, here's the thing. Bitcoin, I think, is different from the rest of the crypto market, because the next stimulus package probably won't help get, a lot more money into regular people's pockets. And even if that's the case, they're still probably going to be hurting most normal people. Now, the people who are investing right now are investing in, as high net worth individuals, hedge funds, investing in things like gold and stores of value. And they're probably going to put a little bit in Bitcoin, but that's not retail investing in Bitcoin. That's like high net worth individuals looking for that store of value type property. So that's why I think like Bitcoin might not be as affected as a lot of people think by, the fact that everybody's unemployed. And then going forward into the future, once regular people start doing better and have some money to spend, then I think they would put their money into crypto.
Challenge for a final few minutes. Aaron, what will you do if we can get the likes above 1K? Be honest, it's not that much farther, so.
It's going to happen in 2 seconds. Chug this?
Is that your answer for everything?
Well, what should I do?
Maybe give a nice thank you, note, but verbally to the audience.
Yeah, I'd be appreciative.
It'll be sweet.
Hey, How I Made says, make sure you guys tune into the live riots. It's open business hours, 7 to 10 p.m. Monday through Friday, 8 to 11 on Saturday and Sunday. All right.
Is that a joke? Live riots? It's, mandatory, as soon as this ends, we have nothing else to do. I'll be making a video for tomorrow, but there's a mandatory curfew here in Los Angeles.
Mandatory.
there's been riots, you know, in a 10-minute radius of us the last few nights. Actually, Bitcoiner, and I'm not going to pull up his thing, but Bitcoiner and LA resident Nick Core, is that his name? He's, if you guys want to look him up on Twitter, Nick Core, he's like literally driving down Santa Monica Boulevard here in Los Angeles, watching people loot the local Walgreens or something. It's outrageous.
Crazy.
13 more likes, buddy. Be thinking.
For what? What are you gonna do?
I didn't promise anything. That's a you promise.
I'll just chug this.
No, what? All right, well, you guys in the chat can vote once it gets to 1K likes. Do you want a nice, sincere thank you from Aaron, or you want a chugging? You have the power.
Johnny K says energy here in Los Angeles is way off.
Energy?
Energy.
Oh, just like the, what is that song?
Just
psychedelic?
The energy in Los Angeles is off.
Like human to human energy?
Yeah, the spirit.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Years ago, I thought Bitcoin was building a network that AI would run on. Like AI was having us build its own neurological network. Lol.
Aaron, what do they want? The thank you or the chugging?
Yeah, I'll do the thank you. Guys, we have been.
Wait a sec.
Guys, we have been. We've had this channel, this cryptocurrency channel, for
years ago. I thought Bitcoin
whoa.
that AI would run on. Like AI was having us build.
Just pause your, just mute your thing.
Aaron, what do they want? The thank you or
Do that.
or the chugging?
Yeah, I'll do the thank you.
All right, guys. Years ago, we started this channel in February 2nd of 2018. Perhaps the worst time ever to start a cryptocurrency YouTube channel because the bear market was just starting. Well, here we are from February 2018 to June of 2020. And it seems to us that interest in Bitcoin and interest in cryptocurrency is still here. I think most people in cryptocurrency right now have been here for a couple years, but I think the next couple years are going to be our brightest years yet. And I know it can be stressful sometimes just hodling, but it's days like this when the Bitcoin's up a little bit that things are looking good. So cheers to you guys. Appreciate you guys.
You know what?
Black Lives Matter.
Turns out the real mass adoption was all the friends we made along the way.
Mm-hmm.
All right, final few minutes. Should we leave it on us or Bitcoin price?
I guess us.
Hey, what do they think of your sincere? That was nice. I thought that was really nice.
Yeah, some people say thank you. Some people say lol. Some people say, wow, nice faces. Thank you, Valentina.
All right, 60 seconds. How long have we been going? Yeah, final minute, everybody, final minute.
In Madness Lies Sanity says amazing. Hey, let's plug that video I did again today.
Have you watched it?
Yeah.
You?
We're about to show you the video that I released today. If you haven't seen this video yet, a lot of people asking about altcoins. Well, I just released a video today. My #1 altcoin pick for June 2020. Watch that video. Now, I specifically mentioned Decred, but overall it was the theory that cryptocurrencies will do well this next cycle. And then I also talk about some news. It was a good video.
Should we read the comments as we exit out of here?
Yep. Somebody says, thank you both.
We are leaving with a Bitcoin price around the nice price of 10,140. Last time we see Bitcoin under 10K, have we just passed it? Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Appreciate you. Video tomorrow.